What is up? We are back. Welcome to another Park Rovers Live. It's been a minute. It's been a year. And this is exciting. We are going to talk about the great year of 2025 and the year we are in. Can't believe it's halfway through January. How you doing? Let's go around the horn here. Has anyone been to a theme park yet? We'll do that. I have not. Of course. Well, I feel like it's unfair when you live in Florida.
I think this is the record for me though. Like normally I don't go until February. I feel like I could go back and look at my Disney log because I keep track of all the times I go just so I feel like I'm getting enough use out of my annual pass, but I have hit the parks, so
I'm proud of you. It's gonna be a minute. I think Busch Gardens might be my first one later this month. How about you, Eric?
Seems the same. I think Busch Gardens Mardi Gras will likely be the first visit. I will say we're staying with some family right now down in Southwest Florida, and it's very frustrating how Florida, which is robust with theme park opportunities, Southwest Florida, there is nothing within about a 3-hour drive. We're in a total. I looked on Log Ride. I was like scouring for anything. It's Busch Gardens Tampa is my closest option, and that's almost 3 hours. So looking like once we get home, maybe Busch Gardens Williamsburg for Mardi Gras.
There was a spinner in Fort Myers, but I think that got destroyed in the hurricane, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So at the track, I think it was called, and I think they're trying to get that reopen, at least with go-karts. But
so we pass that. We pass that every time we're going anywhere. It's about 5 minutes from where our family is. It is closed, and there's not just a spinner. I don't know what it is, but there is a full steel coaster there that is just sitting there that you can see from the road, mocking me every time we drive by.
Ooh. Dustin, will we see you at Busch Gardens Williamsburg as well, or what's your plans?
Quite possibly. I can't think of any time before, Hershey in April that I would be anywhere else. So that's the plan for me, moving forward in the great year 2026.
Yeah, I didn't make it to Mardi Gras last year. It's one of my favorite events at Williamsburg, so excited about that. Cool. Well, this is 4 of us. We have one more, Greg, coming from the Chicagoland. So we'll see if he joins us, but we have his recap so we can roast him when he's not here. So with that, I guess we can let's get into our bucket lists for our wish lists for 2025. I think some of us were ambitious, and I think who's first? Oh, it's me. Cool. Epic easily came out. I didn't get to Epic as soon as I wanted to. It was definitely my most anticipated. We'll see in the highlights section how it ended up. Yeah, I did everything except for Cedar Point, which I'm hoping I'll get to in 20 or this year. But I was pretty good on my list. I was relatively realistic. I really thought I would make it back up to Sandusky, but I did not. Dustin.
Spoiler alert, I'm the only one of the crew here that did not make it to Epic Universe this year. It was in the plans, and plans just, are made to not happen sometimes. But I did get to go back to Cedar Point for the first time in a couple of years. Did get on Siren's Curse and Top Thrill 2. Got to ride Reptera. Got to marathon Flash Vertical Velocity in 32-degree weather at Media Day. And I saw Big Bad Wolf, but unfortunately the only time I made it to Busch Gardens Williamsburg this year was for Mardi Gras, actually last year. So while I saw it from, the Fest House area, I did not get a chance to ride it last year.
Which one's Siren's Curse or Top Thrill 2?
You'll have to wait and see.
Oh, that's right. All right. That's a teaser. Go to Creech.
Yeah, so did get back to Cedar Point, but I want to say it was less than a week before Siren's Curse reopened. I flew up to Fort Wayne and was driving back from Fort Wayne to Cleveland, and literally stopped in, rode Top Thrill 2, Maverick, Magnum, and the train, like 3-hour stop, and then finished the drive back to Cleveland. Definitely Epic Universe, How to Train Your Dragon, and Celestial Park were my top two. I will say the big surpriser for me was Super Nintendo World. That world was just absolutely amazing. And then Test Track 3, got to get that on. And then Alpine Fury, unfortunately, did not make my way out to Canada. Still have not been to Canada. So maybe next year, 2027. I don't think it's in the cards for 2026.
You haven't been to the country period?
Have not been to the country period.
Oh, you have a passport?
Yeah, I do. All
right, you're good to go.
Europe, I've done cruises. I need to commit and make it.
Just do it.
Just unfortunately, I don't think 2026 is the year.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a 2027 plan to go make it happen. So
you got to do the Burger King coaster.
Yeah.
You have to go through Niagara Falls for sure.
It's so bad.
I remember us being really hype on Alpine Fury. I'm also I haven't been to Canada's Wonderland. I've been to Canada. I've not been to Canada. I've ridden the Burger King coaster, but I have not been to Canada's Wonder. I might be one of the few that's ridden the Burger King coaster, but not been to Canada's Wonderland.
I've seen the Burger King coaster.
Guilty.
I have laid eyes upon the Burger King coaster, but never been to Canada's Wonderland. They
didn't have T-shirts for the Burger King coaster. Like, I want one that like says I rode. I mean, they wouldn't.
No, you just walked up that weird staircase that was kind of in the haunt.
Yeah, that's weird. Eric, it's your turn.
Yeah, so a couple strikes here. Epic Universe was a big one. How to Train Your Dragon was also my most anticipated land. Definitely lived up to it. Started our day there, had a great time. Alpine Fury didn't happen, so this is going to be a recurring theme for all of my answers, but my wife and I found out early last year that we were expecting our first child. So theme park trips kind of changed last year. So we were planning on going to Canada's Wonderland in the summer. It was like a hard plan, and obviously with her not being able to ride anything, that changed. So we're actually we're talking about how to figure that out. But Gardaland, we were planning on going to Italy this summer. And about a month after our video, I found out that my friend, one of my best friends, was getting married in London over the summer. So our plans to go to Italy were gone because then we were going to London. not to spoil anything for later in the show, but we were able to make alternate plans once Gardaland was off of the table. And then Raptor and Big Bad Wolf both, me being a Virginia fella, those both were very doable, and we'll see where they wound up.
Aren't you called Virginians?
Yeah,
Okay.
I just went with Virginia fella. Felt more approachable.
Okay. Well, are you the only one with 2 strikes? Oh no. Okay, we all had 2 strikes.
I had 2 strikes.
Sorry.
Yeah. Don't shame my list.
Yeah,
I'm just the best. I'm just the best of everyone. Okay, let's move on to highlights from last year. Yeah, my list is different than my bucket list. No surprise. But Epic Universe, of course, came out on top. I was planning to go in May, and then I ended up going in September. And I got on Siren's Curse. I did not get on Siren's Curse. I got on Stardust Racers about a week before the incident. So very sad news out of Epic, of course. Rapterra, I had a great time with Eric at the media event. I didn't make it to King's Dominion as many times. I think I only made it 3 times last year. So I didn't get to experience a whole lot of the 50th, but I did experience, enough. I think I would have liked to have made it back at least one more time. And then I, obviously sad about the loss of Winterfest there. I hope that comes back. I put Six Flags America. Yep.
I was just going to say, having gone to Busch Gardens for their Christmas event this year, I think the loss of Winterfest was felt big time at Busch Gardens because it was packed every single day. It was slammed. So I think Busch Gardens came out on top big time with King's Dominion not doing Winterfest.
That's interesting. Yeah. I also did not make it to Christmas Town, so I did see reports of that. So that's really interesting. I put Six Flags America. Six Flag America. Did I?
Flags America.
Six Flags America. I said it wrong in the video. I'm saying it wrong now. The final day. It just seems like it should be Six Flag America. I did make it to the final day with Eric and Dustin. That was a lot of fun. That'll go down. I actually have the map. I turned the camera around, but I don't want you to see the rest of my room. I framed the map they gave us on the way out.
Nice.
And I put it on the wall.
No, hold on. They gave you on the way out.
You didn't get one.
No, they didn't give it to the people who waited 2 hours.
Which we can get into. But
yeah. That was just a great event. I'm going to look back. I'm just glad we were able to document it for posterity, as the late Adam the Woo would say. So that was just an awesome experience. Obviously sad for the loss of the park, but glad I got to make it out for that. And to make the long drive up 5 hours, driving 10 hours in one day. We've all done it, I think, but that was a bit. I put Camp Snoopy updates at number 4. Just brought some new life into an area that needed it at Carowinds. Carowinds known for adding a lot of thrill attractions, and hopefully there's one coming in the record-breaking water ride that I don't know if it doesn't look like that'll open this year. But it was originally planned for 2026, according to a Six Flags press release. So I put, good to have movement at Carowinds, hoping for more updates to that park. A surprise for number 5. I put the Dolly Parton experience. I didn't make it to Dollywood in 2024 to see this. So I went with the NAFA crew, the National Amusement Park Historical Association, Park Hop, and got to see the Dolly Parton experience and the updates there. There's no more hologram Dolly, unfortunately, but the updates they made inside, it's just like, you have to see it. I highly recommend it. I guess technically it's a museum, but it's like just like immersive and really cool. And you don't have to really be a Dolly Parton fan to appreciate the tech that they're using inside. Honorable mentions, honorable mentions. Got a few of them. Starlight Safari. It's an extra experience at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge at Walt Disney World. We did that in late December, so I have a video in the works coming for that. Highly recommend. That was really cool. You go out on the safari by the resorts at night, and you have a monocle that has night vision, and so you get to see the giraffes and other animals in the dark, which is
I gotta pause you for a sec. Did you say monocle like Monopoly Man?
Like, do I have my
do you get to keep it?
Or like a telescope?
No, you don't. You don't. I was looking for. Oh yeah, this is the closest thing I have.
That.
It's like this.
Yeah.
Except it's like military grade. And
Jurassic Park.
Very, very Jurassic.
And I have to imagine, because like, when you do Kilimanjaro safaris first thing in the morning, and the animals are so active because it's cooler and it's, a little, the sun isn't quite as harsh. I have to imagine that at night, it's probably nuts. They're probably so active.
Yeah. What's up, theme park lifestyle? So I have to Wazowski Creech every time I throw a banner up. So I'm sorry.
Hey,
he's down there somewhere.
You do get a discount as a pass holder, and maybe it's DVC as well, I think, for the Starlight Safari. But yeah, I'll have a video on that coming soon when I get a chance. Also put in a couple of dining experiences, the Beacon Barrel, new lounge, Pirates of the Caribbean themed lounge at Magic Kingdom. I had a good experience. There's some hot takes out there. I thought it was fine. I did think it was a little rushed. For I think that's like 45 minutes you're allowed in there with 2 drink max, and they're pretty strict about it. At least when I went like the first month. Oh wow.
Similar to Oga's?
Yeah, I think it's a pretty tight space, but I mean I thought it was fine. And then they have the animatronic bird and all that stuff. It's pretty cool.
It looks very Rocket Raccoon from Guardians in California.
What's up, Parallel? Good to see you, man. Yeah, I think it's awesome. I also was able to do Geo 82. I don't know if anyone have you been, Creech, to Geo 82 at Epcot?
Is that the like exclusive lounge?
Yeah. I'll unmute you, Creech. You can just say no.
He's still Mike Wazowski.
Creech chose to mute himself, so he's not going to talk. I might be the only one out of the crew that made it to Geo 82, but expensive cocktails. They have one like garlic one. It's really weird, and also I loved it. So I don't know if I'll go. That's kind of like a special experience. I'll probably won't go again anytime soon. But it's cool.
Was in the garlic cocktail? Now I'm curious.
Oh,
what liquor base?
Yes. Gin. It's got to be gin, right?
Gin was what I was thinking.
I think it's gin. Let me see.
Okay.
Garlic molasses. I have to look this up.
We don't need to do a full search right now.
Creech, did they hand those out while you were doing your race?
Dude, I wish. I did get to meet Jack and Barbosa like right outside of there. And I'll go into a little more detail about how my race went a little bit later, but
yeah.
No garlic shots.
Yeah. So it's the caramelized or caramelized, as some people say, leek martini. So yeah, it is gin, dry vermouth, leek, and pickled onion. Got to do it. You got to do it if you go to Geo 82. And then finally on the honorable mention, I had this on my bucket list for 2025 was Test Track 3.0. It got the boot to honorable mention. I did still like it. I think it is a worthy upgrade for Test Track that needed it. So still made the honorable mention list. We can talk about that. I don't know if that's on. I'm sure that's on someone else's list. Dustin.
not on mine. All right. So you asked the question earlier. The answer is right here in front of you. Siren's Curse by leaps and bounds. I expected it to be really fun and kind of interesting, and it absolutely blew me away, because not only is that tilt track something that's like on 3-4 coasters in the world at this point, there's an amazing ride after it, and I know it got bounced around, and I know it wasn't built for that plot of land, but like everything fits so well and everything flowed so well. It would be like third or fourth at Cedar Point for me right now, depending on the day. Like, I thought it was that good. So much so that like I spent a day and a half at Cedar Point, and I made sure that I got on Siren's Curse again before I got on Top Thrill 2 again. Top Thrill 2 was fun. It was the same and different when compared to Top Thrill Dragster. Like, you don't get that initial like just punch you in the gut launch, but you get a more complete ride experience. If you've been on Pantheon, if you've been on any of those like backward spike coasters, just triple whatever that was, like you're going up backwards forever. And then like that head chopper that they built into that station overhang is freaking phenomenal. So it was a tight one too, as far as, you know, Siren's Curse and Top Thrill 2, but they were easily the two best brand new things that I experienced this year. Similar to Andrew, and, you know, got to enjoy this time with Eric. Six Flags America's last day. You know, I've never closed a park before. I hope I never get to close a park again.
And I've never closed a Batman bar.
Also true. We've never closed a Gotham City bar.
What a memory that is. Unbelievable.
Right?
Yeah. So
I've never been given a shot in a theme park, nor will I ever be given a shot in a theme park again.
We might have to explain this one. So if you didn't watch our video, I'll let you go, Dustin. You can probably
So we're trying to figure out how to like close out, because, you know, bars usually close like an hour before parks close, you know, liquor laws and all that. And Eric and I were like, all right, let's try to finish at Superman. We knew they were on one train. We knew it was going to be a while. We were like, we're in it. Like, what else are we going to do? So we're making our way back in Gotham City. You know, I think the park closed at 6, maybe 7. We were there, you know, an hour and 10 minutes before the Gotham City bar was shutting down. And so we bellied up for like one last drink, and all of a sudden the bartenders, everybody working there, there's like, you want one? And they start pouring shots, because, you know, what are they gonna do? So we had shots of, I think, tequila. Was it tequila?
Yeah, tequila.
Rum? Yeah. So like we all got to toast a park, which again is just like, that will now go down as one of those like core memories of things that I got to do that hopefully I don't get to do again, but also it was really cool to do.
Yeah.
So then we go wait for Superman, and Andrew leaves us because he's too tall.
Yeah, I can't ride that.
Right. Okay, sure. And Eric and I waited for darn near 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
Like, and then, like, you know, 7:45, train comes out of the station, starts going up the lift hill, and you hear a clunk, clunk. And all of a sudden, like, the train stops, and everybody around us knew that was it. There was no coming back.
It could not have been a more definitive noise for like, this ride is dead. It's done.
Like, this ride's not going anymore. Whoever was on that train before, you got the last ride.
It was the most definitive ka-chunk I've ever heard in my entire life.
But the thing is, it wasn't deflating. That's the sad part. Is like, we were like, okay, maybe. And we hung around for probably 20 to 30 minutes afterwards, when they finally like just started kicking everybody out of the line. They're like, nope, we're done.
Yeah.
And so this park literally went out with a whimper, which is so fitting for how its entire run, at least as a Six Flags park, has gone.
And you know what? I'm proud of you for waiting that out. even though I was not there. I didn't. That's just such a theme park history moment that you experienced.
Which is why we didn't get a map, okay?
Yeah. They were trying to prevent people from like stealing things at that point because everyone was trying to get like signs and like little keepsakes here and there. So they were like so focused on not letting people steal things that they were like, we're done. We're not giving anything out. Just get out of the park.
Yeah, that was something that I will truly cherish and never forget. Yeah. As far as new things this year, we were fortunate enough to get invited to Media Day for Flash Vertical Velocity up at Six Flags Great Adventure. I had a 6 a.m. Scheduled ride time where I would be recorded. March in New Jersey at 6 a.m. meant 31 degrees at best. I was wearing winter coat, gloves, hat, all of the things. That's on the YouTube channel. But that ride was awesome. That was my first like new Vekoma. So that it prepared me for Siren's Curse because like those whatever Vekoma did from 30 years ago to now, kudos. Because those rides are smooth as butter. They're a lot of fun. They give great forces. Keep doing all of that. But I also got to ride that ride 7 or 8 times that morning, along with the food and all of that. So like, it wasn't my first media day, but it was definitely like the most enjoyable media day that I had for a new coaster. And then the back end of that week, because it was spring break for us, I met Andrew at King's Dominion and rode Repterra with him a couple times. That was also a lot of fun. So that was 65, 70 degree weather. So
that was a beautiful day. Yeah.
It was a beautiful day. So it was a really like weird dichotomy of having, freezing cold 33 degree coaster rides and then, 65, 68 degree, like beautiful roller coaster rides. A couple other highlights for me. I made my first trip to Kennywood. I went on a little Midwest road trip because I count Pittsburgh as part of the Midwest. Sorry, friends. So made my first trip to Kennywood. Highlights were Phantom's Revenge and Steel Curtain. Anyone that bad talks Steel Curtain just had a poor experience. That ride is awesome. Yes, I rode it with the extra supports, whatever. I have no idea. I have nothing to compare it to from before that. But that ride was also phenomenal. I made my first visit back to Kings Island in 20 years. Last time I went was 2005. So most of the park, at least the big coasters, were new for me. Mystic Timbers was definitely the best ride. Definitely the best ride of the newer ones. It was actually the best ride in that park. Banshee was my 250th coaster, so that's now going to hold a special place in my heart. Orion was really good. Diamondback was down that day. So, whereas Eric didn't get to ride Top Thrill 2. Sorry. I still have Diamondback is out there as like my like white whale now. So just gives me another reason to return to Kings Island. And I also hit up Waldemere on that trip, and Ravine Fire 2 was good. It didn't blow me away like people said that it would blow me away. So I would chalk that one up to disappointment. But aside from that, like it was a fine ride, but that was easily a 2-hour park at best.
No. Nice. I'm also too tall for Steel Curtain.
That one I actually believe.
I do think it's funny the Steelers have not won a playoff game since that coaster opened.
Yeah,
it hasn't been that long.
Hey, what, this is the wound.
But I wonder if that curse.
The wound is fresh. What are we doing?
Wow.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
We got no coach. Our pets' heads are falling off.
Yeah. Well, I hope that curse does not continue for you guys.
I hope it does continue for those guys. But
fair enough. Creech.
All right. So number one for me, definitely Epic Universe. Everything about that park, it's just so much fun. It is probably my number 3 or 4 overall park. I still love Epcot a little bit more than it. But some of my favorite moments of this past year were going in to Epic with only like 4 to 6 hours and just riding Stardust Racers, riding Monsters, going to Celestiki, and then just repeating. And it was just like, especially living down here, I'm like, okay, well, I can justify just only riding a few things, and it was really great. So I'm excited to see when that park finally gets to be where pass holders get to go in anytime they want, and like we're getting to see people just enjoy. Number 2 for me is going to be my golden birthday at Epcot. So I turned 28 on May 28th, and celebrated that at Epcot. Absolutely the most. I'm not a huge birthday person, but that I think wins for like most fun theme park day ever. My girlfriend gave me tasks to do in every single country. So I was, obviously we were drinking around the world, but it started with I had to get somebody to sing happy birthday to me in Spanish. I had to like take pictures with random people. Like it was just all out fun. And I had a bunch of friends like come down from Ohio that I worked with at Cedar Point just to celebrate. So it was truly the best theme park day. And I don't think that'll ever get topped for a very long time. HHN 34. This year was the first year I can say I enjoyed HHN and I looked forward to it. I am not a scary person at all, but I went the most times I've ever gone, went 3 times this year, enjoyed each and every one. I still think 3 is probably my max. It's a lot of people, but I had a lot of fun going to HHN this year. Test Track 3.0. I will say I was sad I never rode the original Test Track because there was so much I enjoyed about this version compared to Test Track 2.0.
Who did because I also only rode 2.0. Who did Eric? Did you get on? Okay, so none of us. Okay, just had to check.
Yeah, but
I watched a POV. That's it.
It was truly phenomenal. Really enjoyed that ride. The one downside, I miss getting to make my own car. I would always go the biggest wheels I ever could. So just having that kind of fun was kind of nice, but I think overall the entire ride is a much better experience. And then Disney Starlight Parade. So over at Magic Kingdom, that nighttime parade they did, I've never seen one of their nighttime parades, so really enjoyed that. I got to go the second or third day that it was. So it was great. Really enjoyed that. And then for my honorable mentions, Epcot festivals, probably went to the most festivals I've been to and the most concerts. So that's something I was very excited I did. My roommate kind of dragged me, and I could not thank him enough for making me go out to some concerts that I was just like, all right, I don't know what we're getting into, but it was a lot of fun. Stanley River Falls, rest in peace. Ended up doing a day trip to Busch Gardens, Tampa with my buddy, and it was the day before they announced it was closing, and we just for some reason decided to ride it twice. So that was really awesome that we just decided let's day trip, let's ride it twice, and then the next day found out that it was closing for good. And then Top Thrill 2 at Cedar Point. It was good, a little too intense for me. I think that backwards spike pulling out at like 100 miles an hour is very intense, especially after we were like 3 or 4 hours in the car, had just eaten a sandwich and got in, and we're like, all right, let's go ride this. And we kind of felt the pain. But it was
that
good.
Makes sense. Yes.
Yeah. So I want to give it a true honest, like, okay, let's do this on an empty stomach, like feeling more normal, not driving 3 hours and so, but yeah.
Parallel Discover, loved 1.0. test track. Makes sense. I wasn't a huge fan of creating my own car, but I would make a really silly car. I believe Legoland's like doing a similar thing now with, is it Galactic Coaster or is it?
I think that's part of their new ride, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. So they're doing something similar.
You got to do it like NFL Blitz and just create like the most absurd version of it that you can.
We had Greg joining us now. I'll mute you. Welcome. You arrived just in time.
Greg, we're on Eastern time, bud.
I do always forget that.
Oh, we still have Eric before your slide, so.
All right. I have a few things that are quick because Epic Universe, we all kind of talked about Epic Universe already. So nothing much more needs to be said. It's amazing. It's, it has its faults as far as capacity and everything goes, I know, but I mean, the day we had there, I just can't imagine it being better. We had such a good time. All right, my number 2, I did a Lake Erie Parks road trip, which I did put videos on the Park Rovers page of. In 4 days, I hit up Cedar Point, Waldemere, Niagara Amusement Park, and Six Flags Darien Lake. So it was a quick right along, just kind of coasted along that southern half of Lake Erie and hit all those parks. And it was my first time at all of them. So I got to check off a lot of really big number one, first time coasters just in those 4 days. It was really memorable. And as Dustin mentioned earlier, I was at Cedar Point for I think it literally might have been the only 2 days all summer because I started the trip there. So I was there for an afternoon and then a full day. I think it was the only 2 days in the entire summer where there were back-to-back 100% did not operate days for Top Thrill 2. So didn't even open.
I'm pretty sure it opened the next day. Yeah.
It did.
The day after I think it opened. Yep.
Didn't even open once. It was 100% did not open both days I was there. So really unfortunate. And I was 2 weeks before Siren's Curse. So didn't get those, but I got it. Everything else was wonderful. What some amazing rides along that trip. I said earlier we didn't get to Gardaland like I had planned because of the wedding, but because we were in London, we alternated. And I also shout out to my wife who was pregnant and couldn't ride anything, but just was sure, we can spend a day doing this. We went to Thorpe Park, which was so much fun. If anyone's watching that doesn't know, it's right outside of London. It's a park that started just as a little leisure park. I put a full review on our website of our visit, but in 25 years, they have built it up incredibly, where it has this amazing coaster lineup. All of the rides are well maintained, well staffed. We had just a spectacular day there. We did every single ride more than once. And Hyperia obviously was the highlight of that, which is the tallest coaster in the UK. It's a mock hyper coaster. It's short. That's the only knock on it, but it is incredibly intense and incredibly fun. So re-rideable. I rode it 6 times that day. Really amazing park, amazing ride. We had so much fun at Thorpe Park. Andrew talked about the Rapterra Media Day. They treated us so well. We had such a nice day. We got to try all of the food for the 50th. We got to ride Rapterra. What did we 8 or 9 times we rode Rapterra. It was such a fun day. And then of course, Dustin and Andrew talked about Six Flags final day. It's one of those things where I'd been to Six Flags a ton of times, but you just never, you never get to do something like that where you close a park down in such a memorable way. We had such a fun day. I was so happy to do that with you guys. And then my honorable mentions, along that trip, my wife and I walked about 100 miles on the Wales Coastal Path, which is a beautiful trail that runs along the entire border of Wales. You can walk it from from the very top where it connects to England all the way around to the bottom. We only did the very top portion. We did the first like 100 miles or so over the course of 7 days. And just like in the States, along most of it was wilderness, but like every couple days you'd come across a little ocean town that had a little amusement park. And none of the rides were crazy. The biggest ride we did was, well, not me, she watched me. But the biggest ride that I did was like a spinning wild mouse. But it was still so cool to see sort of like the Jersey Shore version of these little Welsh amusement parks that were sprinkled along the coast. In February, we got to go to Epcot and did Guardians. It was the first week that it was a standby queue, so that was interesting. And it was also my first time at Epcot as an adult, which I think on its own is a pretty special occasion, because I had only gone when I was younger, and whenever you're younger, Epcot is boring. It's not fun. And then whenever you go as an adult, you're like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. So my only memory from Epcot when I was younger was seeing Bill Nye and Ellen's Energy Adventure. I was a huge fan of that. But yeah, it was really fun going to Epcot finally as an adult. And then Busch Gardens, I got to go to the 50th anniversary day, the celebration where they did a really cool presentation in the Globe Theater, commemorating everything that's happened in the 50 years of Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. And at the end of the presentation, they were like, and now we're going to open Big Bad Wolf for the rest of the night. So everyone in the theater ran out and ran across the park, and we all got a couple rides on Big Bad Wolf that night. And then they had fireworks over the Rhine River. It was a really cool night celebrating their 50th anniversary. And then on my way to a wedding in New Jersey, I stopped into Six Flags and rode El Toro to get my 200th coaster credit, which felt like a pretty fitting one to mark the occasion. So yeah, pretty good year.
Awesome. I was
Were
looking
you staying in London when you went to Thorpe?
Yes.
How did you get to Thorpe?
There it is.
I was there in 2019 and took bus rides, and I think it took forever. It was like 2.5 hours worth of bus rides.
So we took the underground to. Apologies. I know we have tons of international viewers who are watching this, so apologies. But we took the underground to the village Staines upon Thames. Staines upon Thames.
No, you hit that right. That's okay.
Is the town. So we took the underground to there from London, which was about like 25-30 minutes, and then from the train station in that town, Thorpe Park runs a bus from that train station to the park. So we just did that. And it was from London, it was probably only like 45 minutes total between the underground and then the bus from the train station to the park. It wasn't so bad.
Found definitely a better route than I had.
Staines upon Thames.
Got a lot of hacks. Achievement. Oh yeah, I've got these special things I can put on. So congrats on your 200th.
Woo-hoo.
You get the confetti.
Thank you.
And then I can do like and subscribe on YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah, let's do that.
Andrew's found all the buttons now.
Yeah, watch out. I'm in control.
Anyone from London, I pronounced that right. Give us a like.
Where's the soundboard?
I think I do have a soundboard. Greg?
Oh.
I also have a.
Take his power away.
I'm going to stop. I'm sorry, everyone. Greg broke all the rules. He didn't rank his. But are these in order? Are these in order?
No, these are not in order.
Okay.
All right, roll with it.
I guess I could do Six Flags America first. I knocked out all those coasters before they were dead. So yeah, sure, that's first.
Too soon.
I did a quick 1-day trip to Six Flags America. Oh yeah, met up with Eric too. Yeah, the only bad part about it was Superman and Batwing were closed. So
Those are the two best coasters.
Yeah, the two best ones were
yourself.
That whole side of the park was just blocked off. It was a real bummer.
Oh yeah, you just walk up to that chained area and you can only look over. You couldn't even walk into that area. And the train was closed.
Yeah, there was not. Yeah, there's a lot closed.
Yeah, but I could definitely see why they're closing. It's an okay park. It's fine. I'm glad I got to knock it out. California's Great America. Opening day. Best part about opening day there was they still do they do an actual rope drop. And they do the national anthem. And then they let the rope drop and people actually run to whatever ride they want to go to.
So the national anthem is a thing. I think they do it at all Six Flags, but the running part does not.
Everybody didn't run, but there were plenty of people that did run.
Wow.
Yeah, there's nothing really. The only two standouts there are Wonder Woman and Gold Striker is pretty cool. Very very intense. Which I'd hope they'd move those two. I think outside of those, they probably wouldn't move anything or wouldn't be worth it to move them elsewhere. Let's see. Oh, Santa Cruz Boardwalk. Giant boardwalk, cool place. I did that on the same trip. So it was kind of just getting a couple of bonus parks in. Gilroy Gardens. I don't know if anybody else has been there. I wasn't too. Yeah, it's just an extra place to go. Not the best place, but 2 coaster credits. And it was cool because it was free with the Six Flags pass. I definitely would not pay $80 to go there. Let's see. Wrath of Rakshasa Media Day. Great America. Super early, super rainy day, but it was great to go there and I think I got 4 rides in on it and got to ride with some of the Chicago and the Milwaukee news crews. Got a bunch of Wrath of Rakshasa coasters.
Coasters.
Yeah, you got roller coasters.
Yeah. I don't have many of those.
That's a really confusing thing to say.
I have these vintage SeaWorld coasters.
One.
Yeah.
Kings Island Halloween Haunt. Probably one of the best Halloween, probably only second to, I'd say, Hershey's Halloween event. The best part about their Halloween Haunt was all the night rides are way better than when you go during the summer for the night rides, because even at 9 o'clock, it's still dusk. It's not really that dark. It is dark, but it's definitely not like during Halloween for riding the Beast or Mystic Timber is like, absolutely amazing during Halloween for those. But I did not go to any of the. No, I didn't go to any haunts, any of the actual haunted houses. So I don't know if those were. A lot of people said they were awful, but I don't know if they were that bad or not. A lot of people complained too because they were not free anymore. Oh, Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. I had never been there before. I went, I think, Memorial Day weekend. Surprisingly not crowded for Memorial Day weekend. The only thing I did not get on there was Verboten. I think it was closed.
That was closed until I think early in the summer. It was closed most of the year.
I did get on we had ERT on Pantheon. I was with the Buzz on a Buzz Bars trip. So we got at the end of the day an hour on Pantheon. I think I got seven or 8 rides on it.
Definitely an amazing ride.
Oh, it was so awesome.
Yes. Pantheon doesn't get the love it deserves.
No,
we did it at the end of the day, so it was in the we got 10 to 11 p.m. So it was absolutely pitch dark. You never get used to the camera flash at after the
yeah.
Oh, it surprised you every time. Oh, and there's some coasters that I was surprised by. Like Apollo's Chariot, I love that. Apollo's Chariot was awesome.
Thank you. Anyone that crap talk Apollo's Chariot can come find me in the parking lot.
So much floater airtime. But they are really bad with the single rider line. Or not single rider. Yeah, they were. I think we had a few people that a couple times. Yeah, we did go in the single rider line. It's awful. They don't fill the seats in. I think they just.
But Apollo's usually doesn't. They're pretty good with that one. That doesn't catch much of a line anyway. I feel like usually that one.
Yeah.
They have a good throughput. Apollo's is one where if you have the opportunity to do a total dark night ride, Apollo's Chariot is incredible.
Loch Ness actually absolutely surprised me. Like that, that's definitely my favorite arrow.
The first drop is super intense.
Oh yeah. It was just great, just really surprising. I didn't think it was really. I'd say it was smooth for an arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Honorable mentions. Yeah, I hit my number 300 at Six Flags Over Georgia.
Hit him with the thing, Andrew.
Didn't you hear the applause? You want the confetti? There.
He gets the confetti. It's a milestone.
It was on Blue Hawk. I thought at first it was on Great American Scream Machine, but it was on.
Can you take the confetti back now?
Yeah, I gotta agree with that. That's a rough one.
I forgot about the achievement.
Vekoma.
Wait, which one do you hate more, Blue Hawk, or were you saying Scream Machine?
So I will say that I hate Scream Machine more based on when I rode in 2019. Neither of them were good though. But I also my 200th was a Boomerang in Ocean City, Maryland, so I can't speak.
As a former Atlanta native, OG Scream Machine is phenomenal. They had the old, I want to say it was the PTCs, like the buzz bars, like three cars per 3 seats per 3 rows per car. Absolutely amazing. When they closed Georgia Cyclone, they put Georgia Cyclone's trains on Scream Machine, completely ruined the ride. The updates they made.
Yeah, I rode post Cyclone closure because I rode Twisted Cyclone and neutered Scream Machine.
Mm-hmm. And then they redid Ninja to Blue Hawk, where they got the new age Vekoma trains, which honestly saved that ride. It is not awful now. It is bearable. You don't get off with your head hitting the restraint every 2 seconds. So it's honestly a bearable ride. It's still just rough, but that is my take as a former Atlanta native.
Yeah, the ride actually wasn't that bad. I remember the end of the ride, you're sitting out in the sun waiting for the next train to load. And it was probably 5 minutes, which is a really long time to be sitting there just roasting.
So one of my friends, he had told me they had redone a lot of the programming and it was not done it was not done properly. And so that is what led to, essentially, it took forever for the train to get back in. when it should have been a lot quicker, which led to obviously not the best dispatches already. Now you're just having a longer wait.
Last honorable mention, made it back to King's Dominion. I had been there in 2017, and I didn't get on everything, so I still probably had half the coasters there to get on, and whatever was new then. So Raptera, and I don't think anything else was new, but yeah, I knocked everything else out at King's Dominion.
Nice.
Oh, and wait, what was new this year? Oh no, that's Raptera. Or what's the coaster that's kind of like it's like at some of the Six Flags parks, like the 3D fly coasters.
Oh.
That was new.
That's 2023.
Yeah.
Tambili?
Tambili.
Tambili, that's it, yeah.
Shout out Alicia Stella.
Yeah, well, she's on all the audio for that whole area. She's really cool. Oh, I got to change our scroller now. 2026 bucket list.
Good job.
I did it. It's hard. I got a soundboard to deal with now. A lot of responsibilities. All right. Let's get through these. 2026 this year. This is what I plan on doing. This is what I'm looking forward to. I was like, did I spell Galactic Coaster wrong? I did. Wow, I didn't catch that. I like. That's what I'm going to call it.
That's what you're focusing on right now. Cactic Coaster.
Number one, most anticipated for me is definitely Dollywood's Night Flight expedition. Whether it's a coaster or not, I honestly don't care. It's going to be cool. I rode by on the train this past summer. The show building's massive. Really looking forward to. It feels like something that you would expect of Disney or Universal, and it's going to be at Dollywood. So Dollywood obviously known for its coasters. Another big addition here. It's got coaster tracks. So is it a coaster? I don't know. I don't care.
We're counting it.
Yep. Number two, I got
someone who has Radiator Springs Racer on my list, I count it.
Oh, I don't count that, but I'm not gonna get into that. I got my Muppet shirt. Very sad to lose Muppet Vision and the area this year.
Hold that shirt up again. Let's see that shirt. Oh, nice.
Yeah, Muppet Vision 3D. Oh man. So we got a retheme. I don't expect much out of this, but I'm just excited to have the Muppets back in an attraction. I know there's going to be an animatronic in the pre-show that they're working on right now because they already closed the pre-show for Rock and Roller Coaster. So looking forward to seeing what they do with this one. I couldn't honestly, like, it seems like a best case scenario for Rock and Roller Coaster to keep that going. Greg, you're being noisy.
Sorry.
You're good.
I knocked my desk garbage can over.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
As we all do.
Yeah.
Number three, you got Tormenta Rampaging Run. Hoping. I tried to make it down to Texas this year because I heard Jeffrey Siebert on Coaster 101, and he was talking about the improvements or the updates they made for Holiday in the Park. So I was hoping to see that, but I am now hoping to make it for Tormenta. And I've got quite a few credits left there. It's been a while since I've been to that park, and when I was there, I didn't get all the credits. So looking forward to that. Number 4 in driving distance from me, just like Dollywood. I guess Dollywood's a little bit of a stretch, but Family Kingdom down in Myrtle Beach. was surprised at IAPA, right, where RMC made an announcement, a strangely worded announcement that was like, we're adding a coaster in a new park, which we're like,
they're adding a custom RMC single rail in a park that
that exists. Yeah. So they meant a new park to them, right? So but yeah, Family Kingdom. So the story goes that RMC and Family Kingdom were talking about RMCing why can't I think of the name of their classic Swamp Fox, thank you. Yeah. And then the fans came out and were like, you gotta keep Swamp Fox as it is, obviously maintain it. And they went and it's a perfect place for a Raptor. I think like it's an unexpected, it's very, very fun spot Atlanta-ish, right?
But isn't that what RMC wanted to do with the Raptors anyway, was put them in those smaller parks that don't have like the chains behind them?
Exactly. So this is a perfect, I can't wait. I hope it's everything I think it will be. I think it, Myrtle Beach had lost a theme park, that smaller like family park. So now it's good that Family Kingdom's getting some attention. And so number 5, I will definitely make it down to Legoland, Florida, opening soon, I think, right? And is it later next month? And that Galactic Coaster is opening in Florida.
I thought it was late February. Yeah.
Yeah. So I believe I have a trip in March. And I should be able to, I'm planning on getting that on the way and drive up from Fort Myers to Orlando. So looking forward to that. It's opening. I know it's opening up later in California. So it's going to open up first in Florida. Honorable mentions, all question marks, except for I should make it to SeaWorld again. But again, trying to return to Cedar Point this year, planning on a trip to Pittsburgh. So hopefully bundling Cleveland and Cedar Point. Fast and Furious, man, I hope I get to ride that this year. I don't know. I don't have California plans, so that's a big maybe. And SeaQuest over at SeaWorld Orlando, as I mentioned, new dark ride there. Don't know a whole lot about it, but I'm always down for a new dark ride, so I'm excited about that. Next, Dustin, a lot of question marks.
A lot of question marks. I'm gonna tell you, most of mine are pipe dreams right now. Epic Universe is the big what if on the board. I had every intention of making it there in 2025. It didn't happen. I would love. Thank you. I would love for it to happen this year. Will it happen? I'm not sure. But it's. I wanted to put it there because if it does happen, it's number 1. So hopefully, but leaving everything open to interpretation. Verbolten Forbidden Turn is the upgrade of Verbolten at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, and currently that would be the number 1 coaster that I most likely will ride this year. BGW fans just put out what they've gotten from, Freedom of Information Act documents and planning documents and all of that. And while nothing is like the ride isn't changing, the experience is changing. I think Eric can kind of chime in on that. And it looks like a lot of upgrades to something that we really enjoy. Kind of taking what worked on Dark Coaster and applying it to a better coaster overall. And hopefully then they can take it, in my brain, they can take kind of what they did here and apply it to Pantheon, which has no theming. Let's just say what it is, and kind of make everything in one similar vein. I think that would be
It really
Ideal.
feels like from 2 years ago what they did with Loch Ness Monster in adding all of those show elements, and then last year with Big Bad Wolf, where they really like say what you will about it because it's a family coaster. They went all out on the theming for that ride. It's probably the best themed ride in the entire park.
Yeah.
And so with that in mind, it seems like they've really like 2 times now in the past 2 years, they've hit it out of the park with doing theming elements. And you know, as someone who only has been going to Busch Gardens, you know, for like 6 or 7 years, it does feel like that ride. I always hear people talk about like, oh, you should have seen it when it first opened. You should have seen what the show building was like when it first opened. And it feels like they're basically going in there and being like, let's do that. Let's get this back to that opening, and not just to that opening day. If you go and look at these permit, you know, there's only so much, you have to take it with a grain of salt. But if you go and look at those permits that they dug up, it looks like they're doing some pretty cool stuff inside of that show building.
There's a lot of enhancement happening.
Yeah,
for sure.
Potentially like some big set pieces. And if that's the case, I mean, I could not be more on board for that.
Right. And it's also just fun to take anybody who's never been on Verbolten on to Verbolten for the first time.
Yep.
My buddy Aaron, if he's watching, will attest to that, because you roll up into that one spot, and then that one spot happens, and there were curse words flying about that he was like, what?
I got to take someone for the first time in October, and they had no idea what the ride was. And it's that moment when someone has never done it before is the best.
It's amazing.
Is there already a show building for Verboten, or is that new?
Oh no,
there is a show.
They're just changing things. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're adding, they're changing, they're doing a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so now this makes me disappointed. Like I really missed out on that.
Well, now you just need to go again.
Yeah.
You can watch our POV on the Park Rovers YouTube channel.
I always say my head tells me Pantheon is the best ride, but I love Verbolten. That's the one that is like, it was the first ride I ever did there. It's that the indoor section is really, really fun, and if you're doing it for the first time, it's really surprising.
Oh, for sure. Everything else is I don't want to say pipe dream, but like hopefully I get to do this. Tormento Rampaging Run at Six Flags Over Texas would be great. Like, I don't hate dive coasters like most enthusiasts. I honestly enjoy them. So a 300-foot dive coaster just sounds amazing. Fast and the Furious Hollywood Drift. I've never been to Universal Studios Hollywood. If I can make it out to California this year, that's easily highest on my bucket list there. And, got to go to Dollywood a couple years ago for the first time. To get to go back, I miss Lightning Rod. So to ride Lightning Rod and then, clean up things along with Night Flight Expedition would be great. As far as moving forward this year, definitely plan on making it to Busch Gardens a couple times, hit up Big Bad Wolf, Wolf's Revenge, and there is an off chance that I might make it up to Canada for Canada's Wonderland. And along with, again, having been to Canada and not been to Canada's Wonderland, all of it would be new, but Alpine Fury definitely looks like the premier 1A, along with their Giga, that needs to be ridden now. So
awesome. I want to get rid of those question marks for you, but I don't know how.
I would love to.
I know Coaster 101's planning a Texas trip, so I might see if they might do the media day for that. We'll see if we get the invite, and maybe that can happen. I don't know. Creech. Wow.
All right. So my number one is actually already completed. It's going to
It
be.
seems like cheating.
It's this year. Is it not?
You're right. Yeah.
No, you cheer that because none of us would have done the dopey challenge.
So yeah, I just completed the dopey challenge. For those of you who are not aware, that is the 5K. The next day it's the 10K. Next day it's the half marathon. Then the last day it's the marathon. My first marathon, absolutely one of the most fun Disney experiences. Definitely my most fun running experience, and just overall a very fun time. It's something I'm looking forward to possibly for 2027. But it definitely was just a very fun time. I'm gonna get a blog post written up with all the PhotoPass pictures. Because I've never done a Run Disney event until this year, and like I think it was worth every penny. It was just a whole lot of fun.
So you were like, you hadn't done any, and then you're like, you know what? I'm gonna do the dopey. That's crazy,
Yeah.
man.
I knew at some point I wanted to run a marathon, and I figured might as well go big or go home. I've had some friends who've done it multiple times. One of my friends has done it 8 times, and I was just like, you know what? Like, you've done it 8 times, I can do it 1 time. What's 1 time? So absolutely,
he goes from 0 marathons to almost 2 marathons in like a weekend. Sure.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
At least in Florida, the one thing you can be certain of is that it was going to be flat.
Yeah, honestly, so my brother ran it with me. The terrain, super easy. Like the fact that the only hills were like the bridges, like and on and off ramps, not bad at all. My younger brother has been living in Rhode Island for the last 6 years, so it got up to like 78 degrees during the marathon, which for me, I'm like, this is not bad. This is great running weather. He was burnt out for the last 2 hours. And as a lot of people were, it makes sense. Like I had that advantage of, been living in Florida for 3 years now. Like the 78, this is not bad at all. So, great event. We will see how often I do this, but I definitely really enjoyed it. Number 2 for me, Rock and Roller Coaster starring the Muppets. Very excited for that. Just going to be a lot of fun. Glad to have another coaster featuring the Muppets back, ever since Rip Ride Rocket is gone and cannot listen to Rainbow Connection again. So hoping that we can get some Rainbow Connection on Rock and Roller Coaster, but we shall see. This one I've been looking at doing for the last 2 years, and really trying to make it to. It's the Florida Strawberry Festival. So I want to say they have a cred or 2 there, but it's something that I've seen a lot of people really enjoy. And so that's like the end of February, beginning of March. So I'm gonna try and hit that up.
You should do a video too if you go. That would be awesome.
Oh yeah,
I think I saw
plan.
I think I saw Tim Tracker with Adam the Woo go to that a couple years in a row. That's one of their best videos. So they had a lot of fun there.
Everything about it just looks super enjoyable. So I think I'd be going on the last day, the way that kind of my work schedule, and like I've got like a couple things kind of planned towards the end of February. So looks like I'd be going the last day of it. But that is very high on my list of things I'm going to try to make it to, as well as the closest park to me that I still have not been to, Gatorland. That is high on my priority list this year as well. That being said, gonna try for more than just one video this year, especially as the one who has the year-round parks. So Gatorland, Florida Strawberry Festival, those are the 2 big ones I really want to try and get. And then SeaQuest, Legends of the Deep at SeaWorld Orlando. I still haven't even ridden Odyssey. Every time I've gone, that thing has been down. I think I went 3 or 4 times this year to SeaWorld, and it was down. So that's still kind of on my list of things to do, but Sequest I'm really excited about, especially having been to Efteling, where they have like one of those suspended dark rides. I'm very curious to see how well this does, and I hope it's really good. So we shall see. Then honorable mentions, Epcot festivals again. Very excited to go to those. Going to be going to Festival of the Arts here at the beginning of February. Probably my favorite festival. So we'll see if I get a video out from there. Just a couple shorts out from that, and then going to be returning to Cedar Point in January. Got a wedding I got to go to up there, and fingers crossed, Silent Coast is open. Go ahead and get that finally done, and then Big Thunder Mountain, I've got a question mark too. I love New Age Vekoma, but I love OG Big Thunder Mountain, where it truly feels like, your classic Mine Train, like the switch track kind of going down before that second lift hill was just so much fun. And I'm worried New Age Vekoma is so smooth that we're going to see too smooth of a Big Thunder Mountain, but I'm still excited for Big Thunder Mountain to be back.
Don't complain about smooth Big Thunder Mountain.
I'm excited about, having ridden it, well, obviously Disneyland Paris is by far the best Big Thunder. But the Disneyland version with the special effects as well is really cool. So yeah, that's interesting about the smoothness. I do think it does need, it's like famous for, there was like that article about it being like, if you want to get rid of your kidney stones,
yeah,
ride Big Thunder. So that's, I guess it's kind of famous for being a little rough, a little bumpy. Cool. Eric.
All right. So number one's a little bit of a cheese ball answer, but I mentioned earlier that my wife and I had our daughter in November. And obviously, like right now, she's just a lump. She's like a little, you just put her here and she just kind of sleeps all day and then cries. So, she's not going to have park memories, but I'm really excited. Just like, it's definitely going to change the way that these visits happen and what we do. So I'm really excited to get her down. I think Busch Gardens will probably, she's still only a month and a half. So she's not going to be good to really be out in public for another month or so. But so we're hoping that, maybe Busch Gardens will be her first visit in, mid to late February, something like that. Once her immune system's a little more built up and everything. But I'm just really excited to you kind of get to start over with the parks. I was actually talking to Dustin about that while we were at Six Flags. Like, you get to start over. You get to see it all again for the first time. And so I'm excited to kind of start that new adventure. So that's my number one.
It's a new world.
It really, yeah. I mean, she's only been here for 6.5 weeks, and it's like you can't even remember a time before she was here. So I'm really excited to do that. So with that in mind, the rest of my list, I tried to be very realistic about things that I thought would actually happen this year, having a newborn child. We do plan on going to the Smokies with my parents. And it's funny because my mom knows me very well. And she said, one of those days that week, we'll watch her so that you and Sarah can go to Dollywood. So I can say that's why I put it at my number 2, because I can say pretty confidently that I think we're going to have a chance to get on Night Flight this year, which whatever it is, like Andrew was saying, I'm just excited to see. Number 3, I'm kicking the can down the road for number 3. I said Alpine Fury last year and it didn't happen. We're going to definitely go stay with family in Buffalo at some point this summer. So my hope is that this summer we can maybe push that and go check out Alpine Fury and just Canada's Wonderland in general, because that's one we've never been to. We already talked about Verbolten, Forbidden Turn. I really hope that lives up to the expectation that they've kind of built over the past couple of years with their new coasters. So that's what I have for number 4. And then number 5, I put this in my top 5 because, again, I'm trying to base so I'm not 3 out of 5 again next year. I do have to go to Cape May for an event with some friends in the summer. So while we are there, I'm going to try one of those days to check out some of those South Jersey Shore parks. I've heard the only good SLC is located there at Maury's Pier in Nor'easter. And then I want to check out as well. It's a little further up, but Gale Force at Castaway Cove. Hopefully I can add those in along that trip. So honorable mentions. The only reason I put Carowinds is I actually asked him, I'm like, what do you think we're going to do this year as far as theme parks go? And she was like, well, we should try to go to Carowinds this year. That was not on my radar, but she said it. So I'm going to go ahead and be like, okay, maybe that's going to happen. So possible first Carowinds trip this year.
And you run. Yep.
Exactly. She threw that out there without me suggesting anything. So I'm taking it. And then obviously while we're in the Smokies, I'm going to try to get on some mountain coasters that we haven't done before. And then born and raised in Pittsburgh. So I will be home at some point to visit family in Pittsburgh this year with the baby, hoping finally to get on Steel Curtain. It's funny. I've, through elementary and high school and my adolescence, I have been to Kennywood countless times. I could not even tell you how many times I've been to Kennywood. But as an adult, I just have not been there as much. So Steel Curtain still eludes me. So hopefully this summer while we're in Pittsburgh, first chance.
Yeah, it was really tough between Phantom's Revenge and Steel Curtain. Which one I enjoyed more?
So. And that's wild. That's high praise.
Yeah.
Because Phantom's Revenge is incredible. That was like my first real big kid coaster, not just like a Woody, not just a smaller one. Phantom's Revenge was like my first real coaster.
I'm excited to see if this Carowinds trip happens. And I've got my Fury hat on, so
I know. I literally did not prompt it at all. That I was like, what do you think we're gonna do? She's like, well, we should try to go to Carowinds this summer. I was like, cool, got it. Yes.
Go.
Yeah.
I got all the tips for you.
Cool.
Greg, only 4. And a mystery honorable mention.
Well, now that I have 2 honorable mentions I could throw in there now. But yeah, one, I thought I would have made it. Well, I did go to Cedar Point this summer, but I did not get on either one of those 2 with the.
What were you doing?
Waits were over 2 hours for both of them.
And yes, and
I'll be back next summer. I'm not waiting for that.
Okay. Yeah, sure. We'll see you in 12 months.
Well, yeah, I could not do a 2-hour wait. Longer than 2-hour wait. Tormentor Rampaging Run. Yeah, I definitely want to get to that. It's probably the top 2 are the 2 that I could see happening most. I know there's Andrew, you said there was an event going for Tormenta, and then also there's the Buzz Bars trip.
Yeah.
So, and I've got multiple friends in Texas, so at some point I can definitely see myself getting to over Texas for that.
Yeah, I really hope to make it down there.
I'm super pumped for it too. It just a 300-foot dive coaster is just it's gonna be awesome. I really want to see what that. Yeah,
it's crazy to think about what that's going to feel like, because like right? I think about Griffin, and I'm like, looking down that thing seems impossibly tall. I can't even imagine what 300 feet feels like.
And like Valraven adds 30, 40 feet to it. Not even. Yeah. None of us have been on Yukon Striker. So to add 50, 60, 70, 100 feet to the dive coasters we know is absolutely insane.
It's insane.
I mean, it's to take Millennium Force and just, that's
Yep.
it's gonna be
exactly
good.
what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Epic. Want to get there. Thought maybe I would have gotten there this year. That's another. I should have put a question mark after that too, like Dustin. It's a maybe, big maybe. Want to get there. Don't know when I'll get there, but I definitely want to get there.
We'll get there, Greg. Don't worry.
Yeah.
It might not be 2026, but we'll get there.
Yeah. Got to combine powers or something.
My Dollywood's kind of. I didn't put anything specific because I've never been there. So I want to get on the Night Flood expedition, but yeah, I've never been on lightning rod. So yeah, everything there. Very pumped about Dollywood. I've had trips. Yeah,
Dollywood rocks, man. It
plenty
rocks.
of trips
so
in the
hard.
works that got canceled. So yeah,
Chasers.
mountain coasters in the area too. Number 5 or honorable mention were ones I could I definitely am stealing from you guys. I've never been to Kennywood either. So yeah, Steel Force, Phantom's Revenge.
I mean, Eric's the Kennywood guy. I'm not gonna lie, but my one day there, I was uber impressed.
Like, make sure you get potato patch fries with cheese.
Yep.
Must do.
And you got to ride the turtle.
Ride the turtle, ride the kangaroo.
Thunderbolt.
Because like turtle and kangaroo, you sleep on because you're like, oh, they're a little flat ride. It's not going to be fun. They're great.
Old Mill was overrated.
What's their dark ride?
Old Mill. So the problem is the last time I was there, it was Garfield's Nightmare, which
it got turned back to Old Mill and it wasn't anything.
Yeah. They have I mean Thunderbolt's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Rabbit's the first roller coaster I ever went on.
Racer was the best Woody. I'm just gonna say that right now.
Yeah, Racer is fun.
Yeah,
I love that at the top of the lift hill they have the skull with the bones. Like, don't stand up. It's like, yeah, I wasn't planning on it, man.
Now I kind of want to though.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna another honorable mention. Got to get back to Kings Island or Phantom Theater.
Oh yeah, none of us mentioned that.
Yeah, and that one I could definitely make happen.
Yeah, I'm hoping to go to more Boston Red Sox games, and if that happens, I'm waiting for them to maybe pick up another free agent. But I'm eyeing a trip to Cincinnati, and returning to Kings Island as well.
I forgot to share.
Another one down here.
Might be going to.
You might be going, Creech?
Sorry, I might be going to Carowinds this year.
Oh!
I've got a concert in Charlotte. I'm going to in April. So we may throw Carowinds on there. Still kind of TBD, trying to figure out exactly how much, if we're going to just do a full weekend or if we're going to just kind of fly up for the concert. But
yeah, let me know.
Definitely will.
We'd love to have you in North Carolina.
I miss Fury, but I kind of want to, like, Copperhead, I think, is one of the ones I'm most excited to like re-ride again, just because I love that ride. I know people give it some hate for being a little too slow, but that's one of the coasters I'm most excited for. Fury, obviously, like, I think it's still sitting at my number 2. So
2 for me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, it's number 2. Velocicoaster still number 1. Stardust is up there. What? Just this weird coaster named Stardust Racer.
I wouldn't know. Greg
know.
and I are sitting over here on an island.
I don't know what what are you talking about?
It's Stardust.
An island of adventure.
Yes.
I
I
Well-
got Velocicoaster sitting around number 4. So
Oh, interesting.
Velocicoaster.
I mean,
one for me.
yeah, it's one. It's
I think
one.
that's my
I mean,
one too.
it's. I mean, for me, experience and theming factors in.
Yeah. Yep.
And
we might need to do a whole live chat on our top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll it. February. Let's go.
Yeah.
We'll see. We gotta check our schedule.
Same place, same time.
Yeah.
It'd be a Park Rovers live argument session.
Oh man.
Oh, I'll throw down. I'll throw down for top 5.
Wow.
Wait,
Number
Dustin,
5
you were
for me
so
is going to be
you were so adamant about that. What is your number 1?
I don't know if I want to say right now.
Oh yeah. Do we have to wait?
Should be
Okay,
proud to
yeah,
say
save
one.
it. Yeah, save
We
it.
need to keep that.
Yeah, okay. Put it
Man.
in the pocket.
all I'm going to say
Furies
is
too.
don't knock
I'll
Heinz
tell you right now,
guys who spell the
Furies
train
too.
What was that, Chris?
I don't.
Don't knock high in the sky Seuss trolley train ride. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh hell yeah!
Coaster.
Hell
Boo, give him the
yeah,
boo.
man.
Give him the boo.
Oh, I gotta hang on. How do I get to the soundboard?
Where's the soundboard, Andrew?
Well deserved.
I agree. Yeah. I also don't think Stardust got a fair shake in my eyes because it was only one train running.
Yeah.
And I feel
that
like
is-
so much of
fair.
it is the duel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not wrong. It's definitely that. Yeah, that factors in a huge amount to where it is on my list.
Mhm.
It's just so awesome. Like, can you actually high five on that? Like the other train? Like, I feel like you could. Maybe.
Like Gemini?
Yeah.
I hope not.
I've not tried.
Racer-
Now I want
Racer
to.
Kennywood.
Say,
I don't know if you-
You're our
you-
Florida person. Let's go.
Andrew, if anyone could do it, it's you.
I would need
You
someone
have
else.
you have the
my height.
longest reach.
I would need someone else that's my height or taller to.
All right, you
to
got
test
a
this out.
brother, right? Let's go.
I don't think you can. I doubt they built the clearance that close, but it definitely looks really close when you ever get the chance to ride it. Hope you get to visit this year. We've got lots of tips, even on the parkrovers.com website for you.
Ding.
Yeah. So I think that's the end of the stream. That's the scream, man. I wanted to hit the scream, man.
Yeah, hit the screen
all
button.
night. I hit the screen. I wanted to hit that all night because I didn't know what it was. Also, the bounce is pretty funny. And there's a
Get
heartbeat
him
one.
away from the soundboard. Seriously.
Is there a boing? Is there a boing?
That's what I wanted bounce to be. There's bongos. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Now we're just dilly dallying here.
Yeah.
And I have finished my quad. I've made it through. Only 10%. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Hey, have a great 2026.
Yeah.
May all of your
it's-
question marks turn into creds.
Yes.
Yeah, I hope we all get our bucket lists. And so we're all planning on getting to park soon. Busch Gardens. Greg, what's the
Gardens.
first park you're getting to?
Just say Busch Gardens. It's easier.
Busch Gardens. Yeah, Busch Gardens.
Yeah, Busch Gardens.
Busch Gardens. See everyone at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. Creek has already made it to a million parks, so he doesn't count.
Creed doesn't count. Creed sucks.
Okay.
Get to your Six
Yeah.
Flags parks before they change to Enchanted parks.
Well, that's an interesting. That's an
Oh.
interesting. That's an interesting rumor /
Not rumor.
Not well. It's not, yeah. I mean, is it? There's like we could talk about it more, but
That's
Is there-
That's February's podcast.
yeah, we'll see what the actual press release says. I'm interested in that because there's the whole side of the water parks maybe being exclusive to that deal. So TBD, I think. I'm definitely interested in what happens there.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. I think we did it. First stream of the year, maybe the only stream of the year. If we'll try to get that top 5 in.
February top 5.
It won't be the only stream of the year.
I'll try to.
I'm not doing just one video. We're not just doing one stream.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm gonna do at least one video.
So I'll schedule the top 5 and we'll go from there.
Right.
We'll pick a date on our Slack channel and we'll see what we can settle on. Post Super Bowl, go Pats. We'll see. I don't know if they'll make it there.
You have enough. You should have been bad for longer.
Go Bears.
Oh, man.
You know what? At this point, go Bears. Sure.
Hell yeah.
Go Craig. Go Ben Johnson.
All right. All right. And with that, you survived another Park Rovers Live. Thanks for everyone that joined us at some point during the stream and everyone that's still watching live. And thanks for everyone that's watching the replay. And we will see you next time. Bye.
Peace out.
Gotta end the stream. I had to find the button. It's over here in the top. All right. See you.
Professional operator.